Some mysteries aren't meant to be solved. They're meant to be understood. I learned this lesson in the most unexpected way, through a single artifact that arrived in a plain brown package with no return address. Inside lay a clay tablet so ancient it should have crumbled to dust. Yet it felt warm to the touch, pulsing with a strange, steady rhythm like a heartbeat. The tablet depicted a massive volcano with intricate temples carved into its slopes. And at the summit, a glowing, heart-shaped gem that seemed to radiate heat, even through the depiction.
Whoa, what's that? New paperweight. It's kinda glowy. And since when do clay tablets glow?
I don't know, Finn, but look at these symbols. They're ancient Indonesian, but mixed with geological patterns that shouldn't exist in artwork.
Let me scan it. Maybe my thermal camera can pick up what we're seeing.
As Finn aimed his equipment at the tablet, the symbols began to shift and rearrange themselves, forming words in perfect English. The mountain remembers what men forget.
Okay, that's not creepy at all. A magical talking rock, just what we needed for a Tuesday morning.
Then the real mystery began. Dr. Elara Vasquez, our historian, confirmed the tablet was genuine, over 2,000 years old from the Srivijaya Empire. But the geological knowledge encoded in the artwork showed understanding of plate tectonics and volcanic activity that modern science only discovered in the last century.
Marcus, this isn't just ancient art, it's a warning system. The Srivijayan civilization had knowledge we can't explain. They understood volcanic activity on a level that defies their technology.
Her analysis showed the tablet was keyed to specific volcanic activity. It had begun glowing because Mount Agung in Bali was showing unusual seismic readings. According to the patterns, we had exactly 7 days before something significant happened.
So, we've got a magical volcano rock that predicts eruptions. Should we call someone? Like the whole country of Indonesia?
The tablet showed one more thing: coordinates to a specific temple complex and a warning. Only the balanced may approach when the mountain's heart awakens. That's how we found ourselves on a plane to Denpasar, about to meet the one person who might understand both the science and the mystery behind the volcanic heart. Bali hit us with a wall of humid heat and the scent of frangipani and incense. The airport buzzed with tourists here for beaches and temples, unaware that beneath their feet, the earth was stirring with ancient power.
Dr. Croft? Mr. Walsh? I'm sorry, Wijaya.
You're our volcanologist? I was expecting someone older, with a bigger beard. No offense.
No offense taken. In my culture, we believe the young often hear the mountain's voice most clearly. Now, please, show me this tablet that brought you here.
In a quiet corner of the airport, I unwrapped the clay tablet the moment Sari touched it. Her eyes widened with recognition rather than surprise.
This is from my ancestors. My family has been guardians of this knowledge for generations. We're called the Penjaga Gunung, the mountain keepers.
She explained that her family had monitored volcanic activity through both scientific instruments and ancient rituals for centuries. The tablet was one of several early warning systems created by her ancestors.
The Volcanic Heart gem is real. It's not a legend. It's a crystalline formation that acts as a communicator with the planet's deep forces. And right now, it's calling for balance.
So we're looking for a magic rock that talks to volcanoes, and I thought the living mountains in Tibet were weird.
It's not magic in the way you think. It's advanced understanding of planetary energy that my ancestor possessed. The gem can temporarily stabilize volcanic activity, but only if approached with perfect emotional and spiritual balance. The mountain is impatient. We have less time than the tablet indicated. We need to reach the temple before the full moon. That's when the lava golems will be most active.
Lava golems? The word sent a chill through me despite the tropical heat.
The ancient protectors. They're not monsters. They're the mountain's immune system. They test those who seek the gem, ensuring only the balanced can approach.
We drove toward Mount Agung as the sun rose, the massive volcano dominating the landscape like a slumbering giant. Traditional Balinese villages gave way to lush forests, then to the rugged terrain of the volcano's lower slopes.
My family hasn't attempted to reach the gem in 3 generations. The last time was 1963, during Agung's last major eruption. My grandfather said the mountain was angry. The golems wouldn't let anyone approach.
Angry volcanoes and rock monsters. This just keeps getting better. What makes a volcano angry?
Imbalance. When humans take without giving back. When we forget that we're part of the natural world, not masters of it.
After several hours of climbing, we reached what appeared to be a solid wall of volcanic rock. But Sari approached it with confidence, placing her hands on specific points in a pattern that seemed part geological, part ritual.
The entrance only appears to those who understand that the mountain is alive in its own way.
To my astonishment, the rock wall shimmered and became transparent, revealing a hidden passage into the volcano itself. The air that flowed out was warm and carried the scent of incense and ozone.
Okay, that's a neat trick. How did you do that?
I didn't do anything. The mountain recognized our intention. It knows why we're here.
We stepped through into a tunnel system that clearly wasn't natural. The walls were carved with intricate patterns showing the history of volcanic activity, mixed with spiritual teachings. The artwork depicted massive creatures made of molten rock guarding a glowing, heart-shaped gem.
The lava golems. They're ancient but not mindless. They test seekers to ensure they understand the responsibility that comes with accessing the gem's power.
As we ventured deeper, the temperature rose steadily. Strange echoes seemed to carry voices, not human, but the deep, grinding speech of stone and fire. We were being watched, and we were being tested. The tunnel opened into a massive cavern, bisected by a deep chasm. Spanning it were narrow stone bridges so delicate they seemed impossible to cross. But what made my breath catch was what lay below. Not darkness, but flowing lava that pulsed with the same rhythm we'd felt in the clay tablet.
The path of balance. It tests your inner stability. If you approach with fear or arrogance, the bridges won't hold.
And if we fail, do we get a cool lava bath?
The mountain returns you to the entrance, but you can never attempt the journey again. It forgets you.
I approached the first bridge. It was barely wider than my feet, with no handholds. As I stepped onto it, the stone seemed to soften slightly, molding to my steps, but feeling dangerously unstable.
Don't fight it. Flow with it. The bridge responds to your emotional state.
I took a deep breath, remembering the lessons from previous adventures. That true strength comes from flexibility, not rigidity. I stopped trying to control my balance and instead found harmony with the bridge's gentle swaying. To my surprise, the bridge solidified beneath me, becoming stable and secure. I crossed easily and waited on the other side.
Okay, my turn. I'm great at balance. I once walked a tightrope between 2 trees when I was 10.
Finn approached with his characteristic confidence, but halfway across, the bridge began to tremble violently. He was trying to force his way across rather than adapting.
Finn, stop fighting. You're making it worse.
I'm not fighting. I'm aggressively cooperating.
The bridge started to dissolve under his feet. Lava bubbled hungrily below. In that moment, Finn did something surprising. He laughed.
Okay, Mountain, you win. I don't know what I'm doing.
The moment he admitted his uncertainty, the bridge stabilized. He finished crossing with a new humility in his steps.
You see? The mountain respects honesty more than competence.
Sari crossed last, moving with a dancer's grace that spoke of her deep connection to this place. The bridges didn't just hold for her, they welcomed her. Beyond the bridges, we entered a circular chamber, where the walls seemed to be made of polished obsidian that reflected our images back at us, but changed. The reflections showed not what we were, but what we feared becoming. My reflection showed me as an old man surrounded by treasures, but utterly alone, Finn's showed him as a cynical adult who'd lost his humor. Sari's showed her rejecting her cultural heritage for pure science.
This is the Chamber of Echoes. It amplifies our deepest fears about ourselves. The lava golems use this to test if we understand our own weaknesses.
As we watched, our reflections began to speak, voicing the insecurities we usually kept buried.
Marcus's reflection. You're getting too old for this, Marcus. One of these journeys you won't come back. Is a treasure worth your life? Finn's reflection. They only keep you around for entertainment, Finn. When things get serious, you're useless. Just the funny sidekick. Sari's reflection. You're betraying your ancestors with your scientific skepticism. You don't truly believe in any of this. You're just humoring them.
The voices grew louder, more insistent. The room began to heat up, and small cracks appeared in the floor, glowing with geothermal energy.
We have to acknowledge these fears, not deny them. The mountain senses deception.
I took a step toward my reflection. You're right, I said to it. I am getting older. And yes, I might not survive the next adventure. But the journey is worth the risk. To my amazement, my reflection nodded and faded away.
Okay, reflection me. You're right. I do worry that I'm just the comic relief. But you know what? I bring joy. And that's important too.
Finn's reflection gave him a thumbs up and dissolved.
Sorry. To her reflection, you're wrong. My science doesn't negate my heritage. It enhances it. I honor my ancestors by using all available tools to understand the world.
Her reflection bowed respectfully and vanished. As the last reflection faded, the chamber cooled, and a new passageway opened where the wall had been solid voice of the mountain.
You know your shadows. You may proceed.
The new passage led us to the most breathtaking sight I'd ever witnessed. A river of molten lava flowing through an enormous cavern, with stepping stones of solid rock spaced at impossible intervals across it.
The river of fire. It tests our purity of intention. The stones will only support those whose purpose is aligned with the mountain's balance.
So if we're here for the wrong reasons, we get to swim in lava. That seems permanent.
The heat was intense, even from the riverbank. The stepping stones glowed with inner heat, and the air shimmered with thermal waves.
I'll go first. My intention is to prevent suffering, to use the gem's power to stabilize the volcano and protect the people living on its slopes.
Sari stepped onto the first stone. It held firm, barely swaying. She moved gracefully from stone to stone, each one supporting her as if she weighed nothing.
My turn. My intention is to help my friends and see something amazing, and maybe not die.
Finn stepped onto the first stone. It wobbled alarmingly, but held. He moved more carefully than I'd ever seen him, his usual bravado replaced by focused concentration. When he reached the other side, he let out a huge breath. I think I aged 5 years crossing that. Then it was my turn. I looked at the flowing lava, feeling the immense power of the planet flowing beneath me. What was my intention? Knowledge? Understanding? Preservation? Then I realized it was simpler than that. I was here to help, to use whatever skills I had to prevent disaster and protect both the people and the mountain itself. I stepped onto the first stone. It felt solid and welcoming. I crossed easily, joining the others on the far side.
The mountain has accepted us. We're worthy to approach the gem.
As she spoke, the lava golems finally revealed themselves, not as monsters, but as magnificent beings of molten rock and ancient wisdom. They emerged from the river itself. 3 massive figures formed of swirling magma and solid rock. With eyes that glowed like the heart of the earth, they stood before us, not threateningly, but expectantly.
Why do you seek the volcanic heart?
I stepped forward, the heat from their bodies washing over me like a desert wind. The mountain is restless. People could be hurt. We seek to understand how to restore balance.
Many have sought the heart, some for power, some for greed, some for knowledge, few for balance.
My family has protected this knowledge for generations. We remember the old ways. We understand that humans are part of nature, not its masters.
You come at the right time. The balance has been disturbed, not by natural cycles, but by human actions.
What actions? We haven't done anything.
Deep within the mountain, machines drill and dig. They seek geothermal energy, but understand only the science, not the spirit. They wound the mountain.
I remembered the geothermal plant we'd passed on our way up, a modern facility harvesting the volcano's energy.
They're drilling too deep without the proper rituals and respect. They're treating the mountain as a resource, not a living entity.
The heart can calm the mountain, but only temporarily. The true solution requires changing how your kind interacts with the earth.
The lead golem pointed toward a chamber glowing with intense light. The heart awaits. But know this, it will show you the truth of the imbalance. You may not like what you see. The chamber took my breath away. In the center, floating in midair, pulsed the Volcanic Heart gem, a massive crimson crystal that swirled with inner fire and ancient light. It was both beautiful and terrifying, radiating power that I could feel in my bones.
It's even more magnificent than the stories described.
It's like the mountain's actual heartbeat. I can feel it in my chest.
As we approached, visions filled the chamber, not of the past or future, but of the interconnected web of life on the volcano's slopes. We saw villages, temples, forests, animals, all existing in delicate balance. And we saw the geothermal plant, its drills piercing deep into the mountain's flesh.
They're drilling near a spiritual conduit. No wonder the mountain is angry.
The gem showed us what would happen if the drilling continued. Not just an eruption, but a fundamental breaking of the relationship between the mountain and its people. The lava golems would withdraw their protection, and the ancient knowledge would be lost forever. Then the gem showed us an alternative, a way to harvest geothermal energy respectfully, working with the mountain's natural rhythms rather than against them.
The choice is yours. Take the gem and force calm upon the mountain, or take the understanding and help your people learn balance.
We can't just take the gem and leave. That seems rude. And also, we'd have to carry a glowing lava rock through customs.
I looked from the gem to my companions, to the lava golems. I remembered all we'd learned about balance, respect, and interconnectedness. We don't need to take the gem. We need to take the message. We need to help the geothermal company understand how to work with the mountain, not against it.
My family can teach them the old ways, the rituals and understandings that allow us to live in harmony with the volcano.
You have chosen wisdom over power. This is the true balance.
As we made our choice, the gem pulsed with approval. The lava golems bowed their massive heads, and the visions faded, leaving us with clear understanding of what needed to be done. We emerged from the volcano as the sun set, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple that mirrored the lava flows deep within the mountain. We carried no treasure, but something more valuable: understanding.
I'll contact the geothermal company tomorrow. My family has been trying to get them to listen for years. Maybe now, with what we've witnessed, they'll understand.
For a trip where we didn't get any treasure, this feels bigger, like we actually helped something important.
In the days that followed, Sari successfully negotiated with the geothermal company. They agreed to modify their drilling techniques, incorporate traditional knowledge, and perform the proper rituals. The mountain responded with gradual calming. On the flight home, I held a small gift Sari had given me, a volcanic stone that pulsed with gentle warmth. Not with magical energy, but with the memory of understanding.
You know, I used to think all this spiritual stuff was, well, kind of silly. But that mountain, it felt alive. Not like a person, but like something ancient and powerful that we're part of.
Some treasures aren't meant to be collected. Some guardians aren't obstacles to overcome. They're teachers showing us how to live in balance with the world that sustains us. The volcanic heart still beats within its mountain sanctuary, and the lava golems still watch over it, ensuring that only those who understand balance can approach. And sometimes, in quiet moments, I feel the stone Sari gave me grow warm, reminding me that we're all connected to the living planet we call home. Remember, the greatest treasures aren't what we take, but what we understand. And the most powerful magic isn't controlling nature, but living in harmony with it, minus Marcus Croft.